Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Carr. Punts it out of the air. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. He'll have the first down as he gets into the 28-yard line before he stopped. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Hoosiers are flying down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Number 82.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Here's a heat, and he's all button. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Got a little space.
The returner brings it out to the 32, and the Michigan offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Play action on first down. Scrambling away. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Makes the grab, it's Dixon. Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. He's at the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Carr. It's complete on the right side. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Dances away to buy time. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab. It's Martin. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Becker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw again. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big,
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running back searching for a hole. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Working that left side now. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Give to the back. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in 1st downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Handoff to the lone back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fleming. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Carr. Got it in the middle, it's Warren. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner is stopped. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to set up the screen. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Slings it downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Fleming. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Underwood. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness, knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun. throwing to the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson.
The returner is tackled down at the 15, and the Michigan offense will take over 1st and 10.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Wide receiver comes in motion. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Gets it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Unleashes one. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the back in motion. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. Turning it on! He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Carr. The short hands, it's McCoy. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to throw again. Going over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Becker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Becker. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
To throw, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. The official says no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. On the ground, it's Marshall. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
finds a man on the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella.
Now, we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Becker. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Bridges. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's McCoy. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Western Michigan is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to Eastern Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Let's go. So here comes the Michigan offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires on the move. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. With the catch, it's McCoy. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
To the air, it's Carr. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man, it's Jones. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Wants to fire on second down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Picks up the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Pulls it in, it's Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Breaks into the open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Right on target this time. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room, it's Bridges. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Indiana.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation